What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So every single Wednesday I upload a video of the 100 run series, and if you guys have missed out on some of them, I'm going to link the playlist down in the comment section. And today's video we're going to do Hellfire Ramparts, and I'm kind of laughing because I knew what the result was going to be before I even headed into the dungeon. A lot of people requested me to do Hellfire Ramparts. I assume it's because Wanted to Buy Gold made a video on Hellfire Ramparts where the numbers he listed out was pretty good. Before we get into the numbers, I'm just going to go ahead and run it. Basically, I do run it on normal mode. I tried both normal and heroic mode in the past, but if you break it down, the only thing that you're after in this dungeon is going to be transmog items, right? World drops and so on, and you can acquire those on heroic and on normal. The only difference is you get a bit more raw gold if you do it in heroic mode from like bosses and so on. But in theory, you should just do it on normal because you can also kill bosses that you're not going to be saved, and it's a hassle to skip at least the first boss. So the dungeon itself is done in like a minute and a half, depends on how you run it. If you kill the second last boss and the last boss, it takes a bit longer. I wouldn't say that it's worth the time to go and kill it. I've done it anyways to like maximize whatever I can because you never know, the boss might drop something of value. But yeah, in terms of valuable items, it's supposed to be transmog, but then again, TBC transmog like green items absolutely suck dog shit. They're horrible. I've tried it for years to push out TBC green items, and the only people who buy them is really just people who use it for like ATT, that want to collect every single transmog in the game, and there's so high supply compared to demand for the items. So I'm gonna show you guys some examples afterwards. But this is where you can either go and kill second last boss right here and these two ads. And you can also go onto this platform, you can kill these 4 mobs and the last boss, and you're done. That's it. So the runs, as you can see, super fast. You jump down right here, you go out, you reset, and you go back in. So let's look at the numbers. And abra fucking cadabra, we made 0 gold. We made absolutely fucking jack shit. I will go more into details because there's probably a lot of people who believe they made a lot of gold in while doing Hellfire Ramparts, but it blows dicks. Might be different on the US. I don't know. It's just I kept some items for like from doing the last 10 runs just to show you guys. So for instance, you have this chest with a value of 6,000 gold, right? 5k on my realm. One of the better items that I did receive from Hellfire Ramparts. It has a sell rate of 0.01. So it's not really good, is it now? Could be worth posting on the auction house. Really could. Gloves 1,000 gold. They're not even 50 gold on my realm. This staff though, 10k, 2.6k gold on my realm. Shitty sell rate. The chest, 2.4k market value, less than 100 gold on my realm. This headpiece, 2.3k, 200 gold in my realm, and there's 13 of this helmet up on the auction house. This belt, 5.5k, less than 1,000 gold in my realm. Shitty sell rate, the worst sell rate you can have. And the same with these legs, 3,000 gold, 200 gold in my realm, 8 of them up on the auction house. And this is pretty much the trend of all TBC green items. There's a few exceptions. Obviously, there's always going to be a few exceptions. But TBC green items, I'm not saying this judging solely by the numbers, like looking at the market value on my realm and then the sell rate and just being like, okay, it sucks. I've tried it. I've tried posting it because I've done a lot of TBC farming, a lot of outdoor farming, a shit ton of mana tombs, probably like 1,500 runs of mana tombs where I have received a shit ton of green items. So I've obviously tried selling it like hundreds of TBC greens, but it just doesn't work, at least not on EU. So if you guys go into a Hellfire Ramparts, you do 1 hour lap, you might end up with like 100,000 gold of market value. But if you break down the numbers, if you go through the stats on the items, the sell rate and the value, and see which items are worth putting up on the auction house, I did 100 runs. I'm left with jack shit. Like, might be worth to post this chest, and maybe it's gonna sell I do understand that the whole concept of transmog, obviously you need to build up your auction house. This item by itself is going to take like, who knows, maybe weeks, maybe even months to sell. But if you have like 1,500 of items similar to this one, you're bound to get frequent sales. But don't be fooled by the market value of a farm, especially not in a dungeon like this. You need to take sell rate into consideration, really, really important. But as I knew before I stepped into Hellfire Ramparts, it's dog shit. It really is. I really don't like it. I do like running monotubes because you have a chance of finding corium inside and adamantite, and you kill a lot of mobs. Some of the mobs drop like Primal Shadow, well, Motes of Shadow, and so on. So, and it has been good to me in terms of like TBC world drop like plants and patterns, which you can obviously get in Ramparts as well. But for most TBC dungeons, and I've done all of them, you're going to make gold if you're lucky enough to get like a Blade of Wizardry or a plan or a pattern. But the green items are, nah, don't count them, guys. If you need to fill up the auction house, please don't do it with TBC greens. Go into glorious vanilla and farm vanilla dungeons. And that's it for today's video. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.